Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. This is layout update number 12. Again, we'll be focusing on the new section, the Cajon Pass Module. As you can see, I've got quite a bit of work done on it. Slowly but surely, poking away. I did make some major changes. I will talk about that in a minute. But I do have my fascia installed, all the Tortoise switch machines hooked up, the track bus all wired up, UP5 hooked up, and as you can see, a nice little control panel in the fascia there, but we'll talk about that in a little bit. So first I'd like to begin with the missing section of track that you might or may not notice here. If you watched my previous layout update, I had a section of track coming from that switch crossover to where there used to be a switch here. I decided to ditch that idea. There was two reasons for that. First reason, I couldn't get the AR1 auto reverser to work for me for some reason. Not sure if I was doing something wrong, but I did a lot of research, and for the life of me I just could not figure it out. One troubleshoot that I thought was the Pico switches that I got a hold of were power routing, so I thought that might have been a problem, so I switched all the switches out to Atlas again, and still the same issues, which was very disheartening. So I am limited on my free time that I have to work on this thing. So instead of spending hours and hours and hours trying to figure it out, I decided to just get rid of the middle track. The connecting track here that was in the middle was supposed to be a bridge. It would have been a good scenic thing, but I decided not to do it. Just so I gonna use that switch and the little spur there as maybe a little helper pocket or storage track for some maintenance away equipment. A little bit of a compromise I had to make, and I just didn't feel like switching the Atlas turnouts back to Pico just because I was tired of doing track work and just wanted to move forward with the scenery and everything else, and I had all this other wiring to do. As you can see here, the switch panel in the fascia, of course the UP5, and I guess we'll talk about the fascia. I just used some real thin MDF from Home Depot and mounted it all up with some finishing washers. Painted it flat black with some Rust-Oleum oil-based flat black paint, and it looks really clean. I like the flat black look. Alright, next I'd like to show you my switch control panel here on the fascia. Got some double pull, double throw switches. Of course, got green for the main line and red for the siding. Works really well and looks really clean. I'm really happy with that. So let's take a look underneath the layout and see what it takes to wire something like this, and I'll try my best to explain it. Alright guys, here we are underneath the layout, and of course it all starts with your power supply. So I got a little power strip going there with a 12 volt 500 milliamp wall wart or transformer, whatever you want to call it, and move my light. Tortoise machine, and excuse my neighbors. I live in the right next to the front entryway of my apartment, so forgive me. Got the UP5 hooked up to rail A, rail B, and of course the double pole, double throws hooked up. Let me scoot my butt over here so I can explain just a little bit of this to you. I'm not going to get into full detail about it, but got main bus for the switch machines, and try and zoom in here a little bit. So those are the LEDs. You got your anode and your cathode. Your anode being your positive. I have a 1000 watt ohm resistor, not 1000 watt, but 1000 ohm resistor, which is more than enough. So that's how that's wired up. And there's plenty of diagrams and stuff on the internet to show you guys how to do that. I just don't have the time right now. And of course my track bus, which is not going to be hanging down like this, of course, but got some butt connectors on there. Oh, let's not talk about all that. Alright, so back from underneath the layout. One thing I forgot to mention, I use this stuff, liquid tape. It's basically liquid electrical tape, which works pretty good. So next, let's talk about the scenery situation. As you can see, I've started carving out some pink foam, doing my best to match the scenery, and I have decided that this is going to represent Sullivan's Curve in Cajon Pass, California. And as you can see, started doing some scenery work, started carving some foam as best I could. And with that being said, I can only get so much from Google Earth, so I need to go out there, make another trip, and get a lay of the land, because there's a lot of stuff going on right here in this little curve. All kinds of stuff. Access roads, there's gullies. I mean, it goes on and on. But yeah, if you see my transmission towers here, I'm gonna have 1, 2, and 3 over there in the corner there. So yeah, this is what I got going on. As you can see, there's a little lip here with the foam. I'll take care of that. But yeah, I'm just gonna cut this short. This is the progress I've got going on so far, guys. And people having construction in my apartment, so not to annoy you guys, I'm gonna excuse me, I'm gonna cut this down. But I gotta get this video out because I'm limited for time. So I will keep you guys updated, and I do appreciate you guys tuning in. And of course, let's move over to the yard. I did make a new purchase. I picked up my first set of new, whoa, yeah, whatever she said, Amtrak Superliner cars. So I'm going to be doing the Co-Starlight / Southwest Chief. And I did pick up a cool observation car in the back. So yeah, this is my first set. And of course I'll get some P42 units and all that. But yeah, that's the layout update number 12. This is what I got going on so far. There's a lot of work to be done here. A lot of scenery work. So, like I said, the best idea I think for me is just to go out there and get a good lay of the land and take a lot of pictures and see what the hell's going on, because again, you can't really get an idea from Google Earth. You can, but unless you're out there, Plus I need a lot of good pictures from a backdrop. So again, thanks for tuning in, and stay tuned. This thing's going to come together and it's going to look great, I think. So if you haven't subscribed, go ahead and do so, because you're not going to want to miss anything, because things are going to take shape 2019. It's going to be rocking. Okay guys, I'll see you on the next one.